Okay, we're hard. Wait. Hit the thing. Hit the top of your thing. Yep. Fucking smells, dude.
I'm sorry. I dragged it.
He
I started the pod,
he
but
farted out of the room and then dragged it in.
I tried to do the courteous thing about going to the bathroom to do it.
You got to try harder next time.
You're right. I
think
should do
this
better.
is a really auspicious start to the podcast.
I
Maybe
agree.
We should face each other, so we should cheat out a little bit.
Sick.
So what's up with you, dude? Let me tell you what's up with me, man.
That's a great way to start a conversation with someone. What's up with you? Hold on, wait. Let me talk first.
Before you talk, I'm not gonna let you get a word in right now.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna listen to you talking while I think about my answer.
Yeah. Please do.
Okay.
I have had a bad day. Got into an argument with a person in my comment section.
Okay.
Which is never a good thing to do.
What did they say?
They were right.
They were correct.
They were correct. Here's what it was. Is that okay? In my video, I said that Hugo Boss designed the German uniforms, which is not true. They manufactured them. They manufactured them, right?
Okay, sure.
I was trying to use it to make a broader point that fascists are concerned with aesthetics, and so to me, it's like I got it wrong, but I don't know. It's like it's a detail. You know, if they did make the uniforms, my point is it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it does matter because it's wrong, but it's like I'm not pressed about it. But there was this one kid who was like an English World War II reenactor. Like I go on
You clicked on his page?
I clicked on his page. And he's doing like MRI reviews. He's like, you know what I mean?
MRIs? Like he's going into the machine and
No, MRI. What is it called? MRE? What's it called when the thing they eat in war?
Oh,
You know
I'm
what I'm talking
not sure. I really thought you went from
Yeah.
World War II to
No. The guy's making videos arguing about tanks and shit. You know, that kind of guy.
Okay. Yeah.
And he just commented. I mean, and like, first of all, 20 people left a comment. Actually, which is like fair enough.
They're being such Nazis about your
They're
Nazi
being real
video.
Nazis. I mean, hey, listen, he said that.
Yeah.
But then you're gonna stand by that comment. We move in a little bit, I think.
Cheat in.
But then he was just being a real persnickety about it.
Sure.
It was just like the fact that people have made this comment over and over again, and you refuse to apologize.
He wanted you to apologize.
He wanted me to like prostrate myself and like, and so. But he also made some mistake about another thing that he tried to correct me on another thing about how basically there was this thing that the Nazis did called the Night of the Long Knives, which was you heard of it, on the pretense of Ernst Röhm, who controlled a certain paramilitary group, being a homosexual. They went in and basically just like killed a bunch of the guys and took control of it. And he said, this wasn't about taking power. This was about people being homosexuals. And I was like, no, like. I didn't say this, but it's like that's directly Nazi propaganda.
Now you know who he is.
Now I know who he is.
He's revealing to
right, but I just tried to correct him on that, and then in his next comment, he drops 3 paragraphs on me about why he's right on that, and about how it's interesting that you would do this instead of addressing and apologizing, and then I just went full troll mode. I just wrote. Me when I do an uncharitable reading of a small mistake, and then he drops another 3 paragraphs on me, and then I hit him with a frowny face, and then he goes, "You're digging yourself a deeper hole here," and then I dropped him a little emoji art of a little bear, cute little bear, cute little bear. Maybe it was a little dog, you know,
something cute and adorable.
Yeah, and then I got left on red on that one.
I think if anything, this is all positive to me. You know why?
Why?
Because it's like you're popular enough that.
Yeah,
Nazis are coming.
Wait, no, he's not a Nazi. No, this guy wasn't a Nazi.
You sure?
No, for sure he wasn't a Nazi. He was just some kid who likes. Anyway,
history.
I'm not saying all this to make me look good. I'm saying I did this. I was being defensive, but I was like, I saw a million of those comments, and I was just like, whatever. But this guy just got in my head a little bit because he had too much of like the like pretentious. Anyway. You got in my head. He kind of won
persnickety.
That one. He was persnickety, and he was clearly intelligent. He just wasn't seeing his own points. Anyway, It ruined my day. It ruined my day, man.
But you're not doing what Marcus Aurelius would say, Frank.
Oh yeah.
Which is which I know what he would say.
Yeah.
Because obviously 2000.
If he was here,
he would say something about the fig tree. It's in its nature. The fig tree's nature is to produce figs. Ergo, this guy, it's in his nature to be persnickety. So why would you be mad at him for just producing the figs? You know what I mean? I feel like I'm losing you here.
No, I'm with you. I'm understanding what you're saying.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, you're so right.
Think about.
Can
yeah,
you
thank
quote
you.
more Marcus Aurelius Meditations?
Yeah, of course.
I've never heard a guy who looks or thinks like you talk about meditations before.
I'm real original a lot
Definitely.
of the time.
I do kind of wish I knew what was in that book so I could like roast it more, you know?
It's true.
It's probably all right. It's just one of those things where it's like people overdo a good thing or whatever, you know? They make it seem lame.
That's true. I feel like that's true with a lot of those like bro-y film movies. Like American Psycho or like Fight Club.
Any Tarantino movie.
They're like obviously they're great films.
Yeah,
but then it's like as soon as some guy's like, you don't even know like what
oh my God. They're just most of them are kind of just fun. It's my contention that none of these movies like I don't think this is bad. None of them say something like really, 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 really like profound about the human condition. They say something a little deep, but it's like compared to like a book, it's like it's an hour, dude. It's a 2-hour thing. You know what I mean? They have a perspective, but it's like I don't know, dude. They're very well crafted, but to act like Inception is like the deepest thing anyone's ever. It's like
no.
What if it was all a dream? It's like yeah, man. We've all smoked weed.
Yeah, we've been there.
We've been there.
We've been on our balcony just dissociating.
Yeah, we've dissociated on a balcony before. What if the top kept spinning and
the walls were melting?
What? Just like sitting in the theater.
Yeah. Whoa! You made it into a jerking off.
I didn't. Whoa! Who said it was that? This is me writing down on my letterbox.
Oh, you write like an ape.
I write
with
like
your
an
finger
ape on my tablet.
Yeah,
I'm like typing letters. I'm like typing letters on my letterbox. I hope that's not in frame.
I don't want to disagree with you. I mean, you know.
No. I just said something very controversial and like borderline on purpose to upset you.
Because I do like American Psycho. Right.
Yeah, it's good.
Obviously, it's good, and I don't want to be the film bro. It's not an original take to be like American Psycho is actually was well made.
Yeah.
But it's like our friend Alan had a good take on it. He was like, which I hadn't. Maybe people, but I hadn't heard this before. It's like it's because it's made by a woman, and it's like, what if the whole world was like 100% masculine? Like it's like a gender lens on take.
Right.
It's like what if everything was, everyone rejected the femininity inside of them and was just completely focused on status, money, those things, and then everything else was an object to chase. And then that's what would happen.
Everything would be
we would have
dope.
Awesome hair.
Dude, things would be so cool.
Yeah.
We'd have cars.
We would have a secretary. We'd eat awesome food.
We would eat awesome food.
Do
We would have
drugs.
Cool business cards.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah,
cool business.
We'd have cool business cards.
And then
so it's kind of like the opposite of Barbie.
Yeah.
It's the exact opposite of Barbie.
Yeah. Like that is, in every way. Well, I mean, what's it's the exact opposite. What's the only there's a similarity there.
No, it's not. It's because the exact opposite would be like if a man made Barbie and made Barbies suck. It just made Barbie so hateable and like, I love Barbie. I want to say this is a podcast for people who love Barbie.
It's a good movie. Have you seen it?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, okay,
no,
me neither.
Barbie.
Yeah, I've seen it. For the record, I haven't seen Oppenheimer either. That whole summer, I was kind of just out of it.
Right.
I need to watch both of those movies.
They're good movies. I like Oppenheimer a lot. I did like that movie. Very boring.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth seeing not in theaters because you kind of need to be like glued. Like you need to have a reason not to
sit down for 3 hours.
Yeah. That's a big I really can't watch movies if they're not in theaters anymore. It's a problem,
That makes sense.
I kind of need to see them in theaters because it's like why would I watch this?
Because you have your phone. You
can read a book. There's
you keep bringing up this book thing.
Yeah,
I think you want everyone to know you read. You're pretty intent on that today.
Yeah.
This is the most you've brought up reading.
I'm kind of better than you.
Because you read books?
Yeah, I mean, you said that.
Bro, I have my copy of Wuthering Heights.
That's what you said.
Emily Bronte right there.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up.
I read it.
You read Bronte?
Yeah.
What's the main character's name?
Schmonte.
Bronte. Yeah.
Schmonte.
Really good for all our listeners our listeners who love Barbie are really going to love that take.
Yeah.
Bronte Schmonte.
Listen, I actually liked it. I actually didn't like it because I'm too feminist.
Yeah. I always have those. I've had that professor a lot. That like the male white, usually white guy, who like tries to overcompensate for how he looks by being like he literally would be like the Barbie movie was not. There was needed more women.
Yeah,
like, they'll like
really?
as in like they'll criticize like feminist stuff by saying it needs to be more feminist to seem like they're. Because it's not enough to just agree. They need to show that they're more.
I actually agree with those guys. But I kind of think those guys aren't feminist enough either.
Yeah?
I once had one of those teachers sit cross-legged on a desk.
Oh, my God. Like on top of the desk.
Yeah. He was trying to go full Dead Poet Society. He went for it, man. He went for it, you know?
That's also a good movie.
Yeah, it is a good movie. I do think it could have more female characters.
Was there a single female character?
There actually wasn't,
movie?
but it
was
was
the mom.
The mom.
All right. Does not pass the Bechdel test, though.
No Bechdel test, for sure not. It is about a boys' private school.
That's true.
So,
So what's your point, Eric? You're saying women shouldn't be.
I mean, maybe that means that the character should be boys because that's what it's about.
Leave.
Okay. All right.
No.
Let's move off this heavy topic.
Yeah.
Hey, what about Pink Floyd?
I do like
It's
Pink
a
Floyd.
new topic.
This is we're in my room with
He's
my
made Pink
and my
Floyd
roommate.
posters.
My roommate has a lot of Pink Floyd posters. We listen to Pink Floyd a lot
I
together.
thought they were your posters.
I
thought they were your posters.
I wish. I mean, my room, my side
I
is
actually
barren.
used to have that one hanging in my room.
Yeah?
My brother has that one. This is really interesting for our listeners right now.
Who can't see the
You
wall
cannot
at
see
all.
these walls at all.
They're just watching us point out that I have Pink Floyd on the wall.
Yeah, of course.
But I do listen. I do like them a lot. My father introduced them, which is interesting because if your father introduces like a druggy band to you.
My dad did the same thing. It's a weird sort of unstated.
But my father is this could be delusional, but I'm pretty sure he's straight laced.
Right.
I even like last weekend he visited and I offered to smoke weed with him and he was like, I don't do that. He was very much like, did I not tell you this?
No, you didn't tell me this.
Well, because think about it, my mom didn't come, so it was the boys. Right.
And you were thinking, I'm gonna have this moment with my dad now.
Yeah, I'm gonna share this thing with him because I knew like his mom. I knew he never smoked anything really because his mother would smoke in the house and it made him very much turned off by smoking.
Right.
So I mean, offered like edibles and stuff because we were drinking together at the football game.
Right.
We're total.
I've
we're
never
grown
drank
out.
with my dad before. Never.
I mean,
never got drunk.
Okay.
Maybe I had a beer.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah.
If I was drunk, it wasn't like we were drunk together. It was like I was hiding it from him.
Yeah, of course.
So that's not your.
No,
you're
I've
just
been
drunk.
on acid around my parents.
Yeah, you're just on drugs around
Yeah.
your guardians.
Yeah.
But what was I getting at? Oh yeah. So my father's very straight laced. Offer him weed. He didn't want it, and I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. But he was the one who got me into all these like Pink Floyd and stuff.
Right.
And
Has
now
he never done it? My mom
never.
would always tell this story about whenever weed would come up in conversation before like I was like 14, she would always be like, I smoked one weed I smoked weed.
One weed.
I smoked one weed.
One pot.
We had there was a pot at a party.
Yeah.
I went to a party and someone offered me weed and I took it. I took one puff and then I just said, not for me. And that's her. And when I was a kid, I was like, "Oh, thanks, mom."
Wait. Can I be the guy that you be your mom, and I'm gonna be the guy that's offering you?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, good. Yeah, good.
Yeah, I got some weed. You want to join our circle? Have some. Here's the weed. It's not gonna bite. Just have a puff. We're all doing it. There you go. Inhale. Yeah, there you go. Take another puff.
Not for me.
That's cool.
That's okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
That's chill.
No, yeah. And when I was a kid, I would whenever she told me that, I was like, "Oh, thanks, mom, for giving me this advice." But then after a while, I was like, "Wait, you didn't even get high?" You know what I mean? It's literally just like you just didn't like the taste.
Yeah, she totally just went like. She did not inhale.
Well, she drinks every single day. That's weird to me that it's like I didn't like the taste of weed one time, but it's like I'll just throw back gin or whatever.
It's a generational thing. Like my mom, she has no problem talking about how when she was in college, she would get like fucked up.
Yeah,
like
she was totally fine with that.
Like she would tell me stories about how like she would be at like a party because she went to like a big state school. And they would just like there was cockroaches on the floor because it's grimy, and there was just like dude that would eat cockroaches, drunk out of his mind. And I can't imagine my mom because she was telling me this story all giddy. Was like, ew, I'm leaving. She was like, yeah. She was fucked up
That's
too.
your mom. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my mother.
My mom's a good woman. It's
So
true.
you're not gonna share any? I just shared a degenerate story.
No, for real, she doesn't have like. She never told me. I don't know. I think she's like super Catholic. One time she told me that her one time she told me that she brought home her boyfriend who was Asian, and that her
like where this
dad
is going.
did not like that. And he used a word which I'm not going to repeat to describe. Like, get that out of my house.
Your grandfather?
My grandfather, whom I never met.
Okay.
And
the priest.
Not the priest, although that guy was an asshole too. Who his dad died of tuberculosis in an English coal mine when he was 9.
That's your great-grandfather?
That's my great-grandfather.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. Your great-grandfather was 9 when he died?
No, my great-grandfather died in an English coal mine when my grandfather was 9. And then they moved. And then they moved from, I think, either northern England or southern Scotland to Canada, which is just like a very Dostoevsky-esque sort of. If I can invoke a little French, it's a very like sad and cold
story.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my father died in the mine.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we
Then we
must
moved to
go
Canada.
Yeah.
My mom always told me this once. Anytime Jamaica comes up, she goes. One time we went on a vacation to Jamaica. Me and your dad, and we were walking on a beach, and a guy came up to us on a jet ski and tried to sell us weed.
And what do they say?
And she just says no. I think.
I think we need to act this out.
Oh,
I think
you
we
want to
need
do
see what
that?
this looks like. I'm gonna be on the
If my
jet
dad
ski.
was here, he would do that. Oh no! You mean the jet ski?
Yeah.
You're gonna do the voice?
Yeah. Wait, Jamaican? How about we?
Yeah, how we don't do this act out?
Yeah, okay.
We
That's what we don't. We don't do
we
that.
avoid
We
this
could be.
act
I
out.
could be your. You could be the
No,
mom.
no,
I could be your
no,
dad.
No.
And we just. How about this? We go into the act out, but this is after the guy already asked, so we're safe.
Okay, yeah.
So it's safe. So I'm your dad. You're your mom.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, who said no?
Probably my mom.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
This place is so dangerous.
It's all right, babe. Would your dad ever say
My dad
babe?
would never call my mom babe.
Your father.
My mom is a good woman.
Your father's a 60-year-old lawyer.
Yeah. Well, probably like 35, 40 at the time.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Did he grow up in Toronto?
He grew up in rural Ontario, Canada.
Okay, near Montreal.
No. He was born in Montreal, and then he just little details of my father, and then he grew up. I'm not gonna name the town.
Okay.
Trenton, Ontario. Grew up near an Air Force base.
Wow.
And you're from New Jersey, and this place in New Jersey called Trenton.
That's the capital. That's our capital. That's
Right,
crazy.
right.
Great geography podcast.
Yeah, a little bit of a geography podcast
yeah.
here. No, but he grew up next to an air base, and so I was always when I was a kid, one of my first jobs that I wanted to be was a fighter pilot. I think just because my dad valued him so much, and he had a friend who was a fighter pilot. Yeah,
That's the thing. I think
that's
lot
a cool
of kids.
friend to have.
Fighter pilot.
Fighter pilot. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of kids, because planes are so cool
Planes are
when
so
you're
cool.
a kid.
Yeah.
Because you just want to fly. You want to be like a
No, I
bird.
really thought I was gonna be a fighter pilot for probably a year when I was 9. You know?
Yeah?
I
That was like your thing.
It's the coolest thing, man.
Totally.
It is like it's like the cool job of cool jobs, in my opinion.
Because it's like war, and at the time that's
Ye-
cool, but you don't see them dying. You see planes getting shot. So it's like a video game, but you're also in the
You get
air,
to be a dissociated wing of imperialism.
Exactly.
You get to
which you are conscious of as a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
You're
you
like-
get to rain hellfire down upon
Yes.
Middle Eastern territories.
And that's part of the fun.
That's
as a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Is the war propagating?
Yeah. This is my imperialist podcast. What was I talking about? Fighter pilots. Oh yeah, I wanted to. The first time someone asked me, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I swear that is a true story. I've been trying to make this a bit, frankly. Is that someone? I remember my brother told me you can be whatever you want. I'm like, anything I want. I'm like, I can't just be like a firefighter. And he's like, you can do anything you want. And I literally told him, I was like, I want to be a dolphin.
Yeah.
And then he was like, no.
Your brother told you no?
I think he was like, I think my family laughed, which felt worse.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's worse.
because it's like
How old were
I
you?
felt laughed at. Probably 4, 5.
How old were they?
Doesn't matter.
That was one of your first memories.
No, probably wasn't one of my. It was my first memory about employment. You know, but for real, it affected me because I was like, oh, it was like there are limitations in this world.
Not only are there limitations, but that idea that there can be limitations was introduced to you by being beaten down. You were
laughed at.
Yes.
Scorned.
Yes, you were weathered as a child.
I think I started crying. I don't remember the full story, but I remember crying about it at some point.
I would cry too.
I feel like my family didn't appropriately know how to deal with, because as a kid, that's a real crisis.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a real crisis.
Think about it. You had this idea. I'm gonna be a dolphin. If that's a real possibility, that's so magical. Because then you're like, I'm gonna swim
a dolphin
in the ocean.
It's the best thing.
I'm gonna leap. That's the best.
It's the best thing ever.
And then when you open up to your love, the closest people, and you say, This is what I want to be.
Yeah.
They say, ha! They laugh at your dream.
You live in your face.
And they'll say you can never be that.
Yeah. That's when I turned to the devil.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah. Well, another memory I had like that is it was one of my first memories for sure. I almost remember my psyche being formed about this. I had a Spider-Man t-shirt. It was a white t-shirt with a picture of Spider-Man. I think it was a page of a comic book, and I wore it every single day,
How old were you?
3 or 4.
Wow.
It was an early memory.
The same shirt every day.
As many times as they would let me.
Yeah.
Probably after the dolphin thing, they were like, all right, let him wear it.
He needs this win.
He needs a couple wins. And I would wear it, and I just remember it slowly getting a little tattered, a couple holes. And then eventually I was just a little too fat or just a little too big to fit in it. And I just remember being told, I don't remember, probably my mom told me hey, you can't wear that shirt anymore. It
doesn't fit.
And it was just there's pain in this world. There's loss. You know what I mean? You get attached. Yeah. You get attached to your Spider-Man shirt and you think it's permanent. You think it's going to be a permanent fixture in your life. And then it's just gone. And I still wish I could go find that shirt and wear it, but it's just gone now.
It's just gone.
Probably that was one of the first times I became aware of any sort of existential suffering.
That you can lose things.
You can really it just time. That's probably the first. Here I'll make this statement. It's the first time I feared time passing. That I recognized time was a real problem.
Because you lose your Spider-Man shirt.
You lose your Spider-Man shirt. That's what time does to you.
It takes away your
and you grow and you're allowed to do new things, but you lose stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a real problem.
That's true. I feel like I still go through that because I have sweatpants that I like that I can go to the gym in.
Right.
And I squat in those. And I like doing that.
And then you rip your pants like SpongeBob.
I rip my pants. I've done that many times.
Yeah.
Because I had
underwear.
underwear.
You sing the song from that episode?
Ripped his pants.
Yeah, I love that. That's such a good episode.
So I had these underwear that I've been wearing since I was in 9th grade.
Right.
And then this was a couple months ago. I'm in the gym and I'm squatting. And I remember going down, and I thought someone kicked me in the butt, as while I was down. I thought someone kicked me,
right?
And because it made a noise too, it was bah,
yeah,
And then something's off.
It was Larry the Lobster.
Larry the Lobster had come in and did he have a Jamaican accent?
No, that was Lobster from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
Who you're going to do an act out of right now?
No. No.
It's
not part of the job.
Yeah.
But Larry Lobster was more like a surfer.
I can't wait for them to play this episode when one of us gets SNL.
That's really wishful thinking.
Yeah.
We got,
He did a Larry the Lobster impression. Yeah.
Which wasn't even accurate. He was just a guy.
No. Yeah,
he's like, we kicked you in the butt, man. He's
whatever.
He
doesn't talk like that. Isn't he a deep voice?
He might.
Deep voice?
He might.
Because he's a lifter.
Look at my biceps.
He's like one of those guys at Venice Beach. I think that's probably what he's based on.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I re-rack it, and I look back, and luckily it wasn't my shorts. It was just the underwear.
Yeah.
So I go to the bathroom.
Right.
Take the shorts off.
Wait, by the cheat out a little bit. So people can see your beautiful face.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
No, but then I go to the bathroom, and the underwear is completely cut in half.
Underwear?
The underwear was cut in half, not the pants, luckily.
Oh, the pants
so
are fine.
I had to go commando.
Funny if it was the pants
But then here was the question is okay, now do I keep working out commando?
Right.
And
are these briefs or boxers?
They were boxers. Definitely boxers.
How did you split boxers?
Because I'd been wearing them since I was 13, 14.
Right.
They came boxer briefs.
I got some tattered ones.
Yeah?
I got some tattered ones I got to get rid of. You know,
totally.
That's a real problem.
So you don't rip them.
Yeah.
I think I kept working out commando because I was already there.
I go commando sometimes because right now I'm in a position where I have an excess of I've been meaning to buy underwear for a while. Yeah. So I have more pants than I have underwear. You know?
There you go.
Yeah, that's what happens.
So you'll run out of underwear in the laundry cycle.
Yeah, but then it's like there's not enough laundry to do laundry.
Totally.
And then,
That you need more underwear. I can lend you some.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
I'm going to accept that, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's one right behind you. You can pick it up if you want, take it home. Oh. I think I might have already used that one.
This podcast is going to become different. The vibe is going to change now.
Yeah.
It's going to become sort of a pseudo, like a softcore sort of thing. Hey, here's the thing. I listened to that Rex Orange County album that you recommended. What was that called?
Pony?
Pony. I listened to that.
Yeah.
Didn't love it.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
No.
Which I don't want to just shit on it and shit on you.
Yeah, sure.
And I was going into it like I'm gonna love this because I was like, I love Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
And I like a lot of people I know love Rex Orange County, but I didn't like the horns on it.
That was your issue? Interesting.
Yeah, they're just because if you ever have one of those like Yamaha keyboards,
sure.
Like it sounded like that
a
little bit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
First of all, we don't condone anything.
As
stuff.
Yeah. Don't condone the
Strict
stuff.
the music.
Yeah.
The music.
Just purely from a musical perspective.
I guess I can understand that.
Right.
Like
I also thought it was just like a little bit like he's like a white dude almost rapping.
Sometimes
you
that's
know
a problem.
what I mean?
The songs where he's like rapping.
It's not even like problematic. It just didn't work for me.
No,
you
it's
know
like when
I mean?
Ed Sheeran tried doing that. It doesn't.
Yeah, it's not.
It doesn't work.
I've given up on that dream a long time ago. I'll never be a rapper. You know, we all dream of it at least for a moment.
Oh
of
yeah,
course, right?
Like you're in a freestyle with your friends, and they're like, "Dude, that was good," and you're like, "I can
just imagine." You're just like, maybe this could be a thing. Can't be.
Can't be.
It just can't. It's one of those dolphin things. It's just not on the table for you.
Is there
the truth?
Is there
no matter how hard you work, it won't work like it should.
It's like it's like the NBA almost.
Yeah, it's like that too.
Because it's like what white rapper?
It's even a little different because the NBA is like you kind of have to be tall and athletic. Rap, it's like art is subjective, and like maybe there's a way, like maybe you could become technically good at it, or even you could become a good writer. But it's like it'll never really. But you know what,
It'll always be off.
Mac Miller.
Oh,
but you'll never be like a gangster rapper.
No, Mac Miller was like more like what, like conscious,
more conscious
rap.
Here's the thing: he only worked because he had real problems.
That's
he wasn't poor. I think he came from a nice family. But he was like really addicted to stuff.
Yeah, he was struggling.
So maybe if you did like heroin, it could work out.
So that's the good advice. Do heroin and you'll become.
If you're white and you want to become a rapper,
bad enough.
It would that would be a good place to start. It still might not work out because you might also just be heroin addicted and then not make. Not all heroin addicts make good music.
Most of them don't.
Most of them don't.
Most of them
do not. Most of them do not.
But I'm sad that it's whatever. You don't like Rex. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason I still have attachments to him
it's like nostalgia.
Yeah, it's like high school and also like post high school, like right out when I was having a really hard time.
No,
it's like comfort music.
Yeah, I'm that way with Frank Ocean, man. With Blonde. I didn't, when I was in high school, I didn't even get that album at all. Like I did not get Frank Ocean. And then like because it was just like it's kind of abstract. It actually is it's the most accessible, inaccessible music because there are points where it's like what is like. If you're not into it at all, if you don't have someone put you on, it's just like, what is this?
It's weird.
When I moved to LA and I just didn't have any friends, and then you're watching the California sunset and whatever, and you're like listen to that music, it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
You're watching the California sunset.
Yeah, listening to Frank Ocean.
You're just being alone and crying and
yeah, exactly. And then you're like, oh man,
and I'm such a main character right now,
bro. That's what it's about right here, bro.
Oh my god, living in this apartment my parents pay for with the sunset. So sad and alone.
I love Frank Ocean.
Let me spend $20 on a meal that I did have a minority made for me.
Oh my god, a minority. Thank you for phrasing it like that. Wow, a minority.
I mean,
they love being called that.
Oh my bad. You know what I mean?
I'm leaving it in.
No, but I've been there. Of course, I've been there.
Yeah, I'm leaving it in.
I've been there. Music. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Rex Orange County.
No, you were talking about Frank Ocean. Oh, you had a good point, which is like I feel like with a lot of music. I was thinking about this in music and movies because we all like to think, oh, I found my own way. You know what I mean? Like I'm original. No, everything I like,
no such thing.
I found myself. It's when I think back on everything, it's like, oh, someone
put me on.
Someone put me on, and I wanted to be like them in some capacity, and that's part of the reason why I stuck around to it. And maybe like part of me liked it You know what I mean? But it could be the same part of you that also wanted to be that person.
There's people that like looking back, like I don't even like them as people, and like they were very bad to me, but they put me on to stuff that I still like.
Same.
And it's a little bit like you feel like a douchebag for liking it. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
They put you on, and now you like look back. And like, I'm so unoriginal. I was trying to looking up to that guy,
that asshole.
And this is why I like this music.
Yeah.
You know,
I was thinking back to like when I was like 14,
right?
And there was these two like stoner kids, and I had never done any drugs at all. And we went into like their room, and they started playing Radiohead, and they played.
Right.
They started playing. What's that? What's the?
Everything is right place.
Yeah, but what's that album called? Kid A.
Kid A.
They started playing Kid A,
which I listened to and haven't got yet. Don't get it yet.
I really like it,
but I like that's not one where I'm like the Rex Orange County one. I'm like I don't think I gotta. But
Radiohead's a bit bigger.
It's bigger. It's way more influential. You know.
Sure,
I gotta get it at some point.
So I remember listening to it, and even though I wasn't high, because it was like I was like your parents. I was like, no, thank you, I don't do that. And they were like, you know, and they were like, Michael.
Wait, what were they?
What were they like? Part. They were like,
oh yeah, huh?
You know, you smoke weed. You go, you make like squid noises.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because we're big drug users.
Right. Were they a minority?
One of them was Asian. And the other one was like from Italy.
I did not want you to answer that.
One of them was like from another country in Europe. Right. He was European.
That doesn't count.
No. But he wasn't American. I'll say that.
Right. Where in Europe is he from?
He was wealthy, so he was from all over. But I think like he was like
Lithuanian. Or something?
I think he lived in Italy for
one
the
of
longest
those
time.
ones. Okay.
But either way, they were playing it, and I think in part I wanted to be cool like them. So,
right.
But I still listen to the song because I like it. Now. I've grown to like it.
Yeah. That's how I was when I got into drugs and rap in the first place, and I still like listen to rap and stuff. But even though I don't,
no drugs,
no drugs, no more.
No drugs, no more.
Even though it's all about drugs or a lot of it. But I really like. I can't get into the stuff that's like so, just like. I actually kind of never. I kind of always got into stuff that's like a little conscious. You know. The only like non-conscious rapper I ever got into was Drizzy. Only Drizzy Drake. Only Drizzy Drake. Yeah.
But even he
has his moments. Softer and
more
like
vulnerable.
More vulnerable emotionally. Very emotionally intelligent. Let's glorify Drake. This is a Drake fan podcast.
Yeah. Do you think he leaked the photo? I think he leaked.
Which photo?
Oh, you know the photo. We know the photo.
Oh, you mean the video, dude?
It was a video?
I went frame by frame on that baby.
Was he wow.
And he was like doing this. He was like
what did he do? Is that Drake jerking off?
No, he was like throwing it up and down.
Oh.
Yeah. One more time. That's what Drake was doing.
Yeah, with his penis.
Yeah.
I think he leaked the video.
Yeah. Maybe.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, but I know it's understandable because we're not from that thing. So I mean, I know kids that are from the suburbs, like where I'm from, who would be like.
For the record, I am from Drake's neighborhood. I'm from that thing. Yeah.
From the
Forest Hill.
Oh, okay.
Forest Hill neighborhood of Toronto.
Yeah. But what was I saying? I was saying that like there are people who I know who like Atlanta trap. That's not at all
right. Yeah.
And it comes off as like, what are you doing, man? What?
They're like
in the trap. They're like, I don't.
Yeah. Like some people, I get it because they're just into music and they have this like technical understanding of like the history and like.
Yeah, no, but it's the people who are like singing along and they're in their car.
I am Playboy Cardi.
We're in a Lexus.
I beat my pregnant girlfriend.
Too much.
It's too much, man.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like I'll listen to it. Like I'll listen to 21 Savage. And like, this guy's cool. But I'm not gonna. You won't.
You're not cool.
You won't. I'm not.
No.
I'm wearing
21.
Cargo
but even
shorts.
then, he's like cool in like a theoretical way. Like if everybody didn't think he was cool, I wouldn't. I'd be like,
yeah.
I'd be like, man, this guy sucks. He sounds like a really bad guy.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
It's a lot of. Well, he's good at what he does. Clearly,
he says the P word a lot. Can we say that?
The P word?
Pussy. I wouldn't even say it.
Slur.
The P. It's not a slur,
he says the P
but it's
slur.
like I don't go around just saying that.
No,
you know what I
don't
mean?
say that.
But he'll just be like in his song. He'll just like pussy. He'll just do that.
What a guy.
And it's weird being in the car with your friends growing up, like in high school, and they're just like we're driving through like a little nice downtown American flags, and just an old lady with her little bag from Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's not the vibe.
One time I played 21 Savage for my dad.
Oh,
he liked it.
What?
No, but
Really?
it was kind of like ironic, I think.
Yeah?
My dad's a big Bill Maher fan.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's the worst, man.
Wait, so your dad likes 21 Savage?
No,
and
he
Bill
doesn't.
Maher?
No, he doesn't. No, I just played it. I was like, Daddy, you're gonna like this song, and I
Yeah.
played. I played
What'd
a
you play?
lot.
Oh, how
much money you got? A lot. And I think he actually probably did appreciate it a little bit.
Really? Your father?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't think he listened to that much music.
Scott's
He just has his Led Zeppelin like playlist on repeat.
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin. My mom loves the Eagles too.
Okay.
I came from a big Eagles family.
That's
Take it to the limit. You know that song?
No.
I love that song, dude.
The Eagles are a weird one because it's not even like they're popular, but they're
Right.
not like Pink Floyd. You know
Yeah,
what
it's
I
a
mean?
weird one. It's one of those like ones that like you have to be this white to ride.
And
like Billy Joel's the same thing.
yeah, or it's like what's the band that made the oh my god, what's like another one of those like 70s bands? It starts with an S. You know what I'm talking about? Not the Strokes.
Supertramp.
Well, that one too, but
Yeah.
that's more like 80s new wave, no?
Yeah.
I was thinking more like
Sure.
Whatever. I don't know. Sticks. It's like Sticks. It's like somebody
Sticks.
Exactly. It's like
STYX.
what if someone's like it's someone from that generation would tell you I'm a big Sticks fan.
Right.
And they had like 4 really popular songs, but it's like
Right.
same thing like with the Eagles, but it's like
Yeah.
who really is
My mom would play a
they
lot
have
of
cult following.
Phil Collins too, Genesis. But that's a little
boom 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 boom
yeah,
boom.
it's classic.
Oh, but we were talking about I've played rap for my dad before and he has
Right.
a very different reaction.
Yeah.
He can I
What
think
the hell?
I think his half-life on it is like a minute and a half.
Oh yeah.
It's probably the longest
Yeah,
he can go is 3 minutes before he's like, I have a headache.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He can't do it.
I think my
He
dad
can't do it.
almost wants to. One time I was like, I offered to play a Kanye album for my dad, and he was like, I would do that.
Because he wants to connect.
Yeah, but then I
Yeah.
just never followed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was like, I'm throwing it out there. Like my brother would always play music for my parents, you know, and I think they would feign to like it, you know.
That's nice of them.
Yeah, it is nice.
At least they would try.
They would try.
My
They would try.
parents, they're like enough.
One time,
Enough is enough.
I played 808s and Heartbreak while I was in the car
Oh.
with my mom and my dad and my brother,
Mm.
and I was trying to explain to my brother that part in "See You in My Nightmares" where
Which
the
part?
violins come in on the Lil Wayne verse, and I was just like, "Do you understand? He put violins on a Lil Wayne verse. Do you understand?" Like I was just getting pumped about it.
And your parents were in the car.
And my brother was like, yeah, he thought it was cool. He genuinely thought it was cool. He
okay.
appreciated it. But then like we skipped, and I was like, and I skipped it. My mom was like, I thought that was cool.
Your mom was like, sweetie, it was nice.
It was
I
nice.
liked
Oh my
it."
god, he put violins. Oh my god.
Yeah. Do you think she at all thought it was actually like genuinely? Do you think
She
she
probably
had
thought it was interesting that she had never like, because their impression of like rap is like. It's very just like what they saw on TV in 2005. You know what I mean?
Which is like,
Just
yeah,
backwoods hat.
yeah.
I sell drugs. I'm ruining my community. You know, that's what their impression of
that's
hip
what
hop
they
is.
hear.
That's what they think hip hop is.
Yeah.
And so like this, they probably thought it was interesting.
So
But,
on like an intellectual level,
I guess that's probably why I thought it was like interesting to get into at the start too, because that was my impression of like I was like, man, these guys are fucking. But then I was listening to Kanye for the first time. I was like, whoa.
another problematic guy whose music we enjoy.
Yes.
But
you
we
think
don't
it's
condone.
problematic?
Whoa!
What part? I'm not gonna say what part. What'd you just do? You just Jewish mug me?
I guess
Is that a Jewish
it's
mug?
like the
Yeah.
check the ears, bro. No.
Michael Palumbo is half Jewish.
My father is a Jew.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is Jill.
But he's Jewish.
Yeah, he is a Jewish.
Okay. Anyway,
Jewish
I
man.
think we can move on.
Yeah.
Music, dude.
What else is there?
What else is there with music?
The Yankees. You want to talk about the Yankees?
Dude, the Yankee. I don't know if people care, but the Yankees. I'm from Jersey, big Yankees fan.
Listen, man, don't be too hard on yourself. I'm sure people care.
Okay, okay, but here's the interesting thing is I never.
No, go ahead. Go ahead and talk about baseball. Go ahead and talk about baseball.
So I was watching the game and. Oh, you're gonna let me? Okay, I was waiting for the thing. I still think you are going to. I'm waiting for you to snore. You're drawing me in. I know this is a trap, but I want to talk about it. I'm talking about my feelings now.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, but here's the thing.
What's that?
No.
Oh, yeah, I got to go, man. I got to go, man. I got a thing. Just talk about baseball.
Okay, because when I was a kid, right, I played baseball, right? But
Softball or baseball?
Not what?
I never played baseball. I only played softball.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to insult me by saying I'm like a woman because women play softball.
Why would that be insulting?
I thought that's what you were doing. I thought you were being problematic intentionally. Don't try to pin this on me.
Wait, what did you think of Barbie again? What did you think of Barbie again?
Billie Eilish is one of my favorite artists, I'll have you know. Okay?
Whoa.
Love Billie Eilish.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay.
But you hate Barbie.
We wanted to go to her concert, but her tickets
you wanted
were...
to go.
Why didn't you want to go?
No,
you don't want to see Billie Eilish?
I'll see Billie Eilish.
What's wrong with Billie?
It's just too much. Listen, man, you're the one. You're the one who doesn't like Barbie, dude. You're the one who doesn't like Barbie. Dude.
I haven't seen it yet.
Doesn't like Barbie.
I need to see it.
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so I grew up playing it.
I'm not sexist. I like Billie Eilish. Michael, I'm not sexist. I like Billie Eilish Palumbo.
Well, your defense was that you like.
Oh, your mic's on mute.
I think yours was on mute too.
Oh, just tap it though. Is it on mute?
How long have I been on mute for?
No, you're good. You're good.
Have I always been on
just
mute?
for a second? No, you're
okay.
good. You're good.
Is yours on mute?
No, I'm cool.
Cool. So I grew up playing, but I wouldn't I tried to be the kid that was like watching ESPN and all the stuff because like as a little boy in the suburbs playing sports and stuff, it's all the boys would talk about.
Right.
And I didn't really
fit.
fit.
A bunch of screens up like a gambler.
We're all degenerates in 2007 and
smoking
whatever.
Cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
but so they would. That's all the kids would talk about, and I felt kind of alienated because I didn't really know. Like I would play it, but I didn't really know. Right. So, but I couldn't. I never really got into it. I never really learned that. All I knew was like Derek Jeter, whose jersey I would wear. He was like kind of the hero a bit.
Yeah, of course.
But I didn't really know many clips. I knew he played shortstop. What I'm getting at is like I never really was
followed.
I never followed sports really.
Yeah.
But now that I'm in college and I'm living in LA now.
Right.
And I miss home a lot.
Right.
I like put on the games and be like, that's not holding. Like I'm getting into it now because I miss the people because I don't have the people around me that are like, yo, did you see that?
Probably the closest thing I get to white pride is watching baseball.
It's not a white thing. It's a Jersey thing.
I guess so.
Or like a suburb thing. I don't know. But you see what I'm getting at? It's almost like I'm like getting into sports now because I don't have that around me and I kind of miss it.
Right. I see what you're saying.
It's like I was watching like the Yankees are in the playoffs right now. They're playing the
the Yankees is such a classic team that it's like
that's another thing.
So
it's like a point of pride almost.
Yeah,
I grew up with that team, which is cool.
Yeah.
And we haven't won series since 2009 against the Phillies. You know, and I know that and I memorized that because I miss home.
Why are you even saying this? All our audience knows all this stuff.
You're right
about the Yankees.
So
we've done the polls. We've polled our audience. Big Yankees fans. Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah. So the Yankees are gonna. What are they in the series right now?
It's 1-1 against the Royals. I mean, they could win this game against Kansas City.
Get that crap out of here.
Yeah,
man.
get that crap out.
Get that crap out of here.
Chiefs
Kansas
are good,
City,
though.
they don't deserve none of that. You know what I have been watching?
What?
Ted Lasso, and he's from Kansas City.
Really?
And that's an okay show.
Good old boy.
It's an okay show.
Jason Sudeikis.
Fine. Jason Sudeikis is great in the show.
He's wonderful.
Great in the show. It's fine.
It's just a fine show.
It's like The Office if it was fine.
Really?
You know what I mean?
But it's like sports, isn't it? Like a sports thing.
It's weird. I wish it was more just about soccer.
Really?
I wish we saw more soccer. You barely see any soccer in the show. Football. Our culture. Yeah.
Our foreign listeners. Football.
Yeah. It's a show about football.
Just completely
Germans.
American the whole time.
Yeah.
Football. I think that's how you say it in Italian.
Nine. You don't say soccer. You say football.
Is it the same in Germany? No. Is it?
Yeah, I think probably. I think everyone calls it football. Which, it's like
not the Russians.
Futbolski.
Futbolika.
Futbolovic.
Just
this is our best player. We put steroid in. He called football Futbolovic. He is ultimate communist soldier. He is perfect man.
Yes.
He's perfect man. Perfect at football.
We put him one man on the field against 10 players.
But you know, rugby's full name is rugby football.
Really?
Yeah, American football's full name is American football.
Sure.
Soccer's full name is association football. That's where you get the word soccer from. Soccer. Oh. That's what it is.
Why association? Are they like exclusive? They're like a group?
It was some league in England in whatever, the 18th century probably, 19th century. And rugby was a school in England. These are just football facts just for you guys. So it's kind of bullshit that they get on people's cases for calling it. Like, it's called football. You don't understand. You're American. You don't know. It's football.
It's like it's also soccer.
It's also soccer.
That's equally soccer.
I would even argue that's technically more correct, maybe.
To say soccer.
Why? To say soccer. Because it's a more apt description of what it's association football. It's rugby football. That's why we call it rugby. You don't call it football. Also, American football, to be fair, should probably be called American football. You know what I mean? But it's like if you're in America, I can see how it's just like, well, that's just football to us. You know? It's all bullshit, man. It's all stuff the man makes up to hold us down, to divide us. At the end of the day, I mean, if we really take it, we really do more of a top-down review of the situation.
It's more of a class.
It's a very Machiavellian tactic.
Yeah.
To divide the people amongst
themselves. The higher
themselves.
powers making us argue
same thing with the
about
metric system and the, it's all the same, man.
It's
all one. Huh?
I've been smoking the toad, and I just learned that it's
I'm on that
all
toad.
one.
Heavy toad diet over here. Heavy toad diet over here.
Oh, yeah. I think I told you this one time.
Did you ever smoke toad?
No. Did you?
No.
I mean, you have to kill the toad to do that.
Yeah. Well, it was my pre-vegan days, perhaps. I would have killed a toad, but probably not.
Killed a toad to get high?
One time I did kill a toad. When I was probably 6, there were a bunch of toads. I spent time in rural Ontario.
Yeah.
A bunch of toads on the ground. So you pick up toads and squish them a little, but you over squish the toad, dude. This is not a good memory for me.
Yeah.
Bury it in a plastic bag.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a funeral for it?
It might have been more of like a guilt, not an official funeral. Like it's a dark, stormy night with like the thunderbolts. Like, gotta get rid of the body. I gotta get rid of it. I didn't mean to kill him.
And your mom's like, Eric, what are you doing out? What are you doing?
Like an old timey 1940s detective interrogating me. It's like, what happened to the toad? See. You wanted the toad dead because you were jealous of it. You couldn't accept it. And I'm like, no, I would never. I'm confessing.
But you wanted it dead, you say.
No, I would never wanted to kill it.
You squished it too hard. And you get it together, man.
Yeah, get it together.
Get it together.
You get the confession out of me.
You watch those movies, like even like more recent, like Chinatown, which is neo-noir.
Right.
It's a lot of hitting women.
They do get
do
down
that.
With it. I want to watch more noir stuff. Not for that reason. Love Barbie. I do want. That's
our qualification.
That's our qualification.
For every problematic thing.
I actually love Barbie.
Yeah.
I feel like we're kind of like that's even a little too tired at this point. You know what I mean? Like it's been a year. It's been a year and a bit.
You don't have any other feminist literature under your belt?
Chaperone, love her.
Cool.
Chaperone, love Chaperone. Sabrina Carpenter, cool too. It's all good with me. You know.
Whatever.
It's all good with me.
Whatever woman stuff you got.
Charlie XCX.
I have a similar story to your toad thing though. When I was in 8th, I'm sorry for that was mean. Your toad thing, your little story, your little toad.
I'm like opening up, dude. I'm opening up in this podcast.
That's a core memory.
Have you noticed how many core memories I've spilled for you on this podcast?
And your little thing, your little itty bitty. That was demeaning. I'm sorry. Anyway, your toad bullshit. When I was,
I killed a cat. I ran over a cat when I was 15 years old. No, I was an impression of you.
Oh,
that's what you were gonna say.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I have a couple of those. Not like cat. No, but I have a lot.
Yeah,
I have like a couple memories, like
killing
for
ants.
example, like when I was like in 8th grade, I remember we were out. It was gym, and we were walking around for gym and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were outside and in the field, and I saw there was like this little blue egg on the ground, and it was like May, so I thought it was like left. I don't know why I thought it was left over from like an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
And you know how with those plastic eggs, if you like squeeze them, they pop open sometimes. Because I thought there was some like leftover candy. I was around these two guys, and I squeezed it, and I was with 2 friends, and dude, like egg splattered on all 3 of us. I don't think so.
Right. Oh man.
I mean, if there was, I mean,
the little things we do when we're children to feel like we're God.
I didn't kill it on purpose.
I killed ants on purpose. I really regret
me
that.
too.
That's terrible, man. Like that's actually like such a little evil. You know what I mean? It's like really like I look back and I reflect on that stuff. I really do think it's just like you just want to feel like you're the Lord.
That's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is. You little experiments, you know?
Yeah, there's like an ant hill. Like I remember playing baseball, there would be so many ant hills.
Right.
And I wasn't good, so they put me all the way in the back.
Right.
And then you'd see the little ant hills, and just all you do is just crush them.
Man, it's brutal, man.
And you see all the ants run around, and you're like, I am the king. And then you go back to being bullied by some guy named Tyler with long hair, and you're like, fuck it, I'm going to make fun of those ants later, and we'll see.
That's so funny. I may be nothing here.
Exactly.
I am God among ants.
I'm last in the batting order, and then I have to take shit from a kid who's my age.
Real. getting bullied and then just like actually genociding ants.
Yeah.
Probably like Mengele experience on ants experiments. You know what I'm talking about? You know Mengele?
The name sounds familiar.
Nazi doctor. Like you know what I mean? Like doing that to ants and shit, you know?
Oh yeah, like the Japanese would do that shit too.
Oh yeah.
They
Full
loved.
Unit 731 is his name.
Was that Manchuria?
In Manchuria, yeah, they like did a bunch of
In
nasty
Korea
stuff.
too.
Google it, folks.
Way to bring the vibe down.
Yeah.
But anyway, talking about ants. Oh, and then
we started with fascism,
dude.
That is where we
Another
started.
time, I was biking with some kids around the neighborhood,
Right.
and we're biking, and I remember like this. There was two other kids, I think. It might have been three, but let's say two.
Right.
And one of them was like, "Dude, look out for that bird!" And he was like, "What?" And then his bike literally like he ran over a bird.
Oh man.
With the bike, and we were like, "Oh my god!" And
right.
and then the bird, his wing was clipped, so he couldn't fly away, and he was right next to like a sewer grate, and so one of the kids was like, "We should just put him out of his misery." And we were like, "No!"
That's a dark moment.
He kicked the bird down the sewer grate because he thought it would like kill the bird because he can't fly away.
No.
We looked down the sewer grate; the bird's still alive.
He's living in shit.
He's living in.
You actually
shit.
like wow.
And I was just a witness.
That bird was a living being.
And he ran.
It experienced that.
It experienced something, and it got run over by a fat 8-year-old's
Holy
bike,
shit,
and then got
dude.
kicked down a gutter in Central Jersey.
Yeah, that's a real problem. That is
It's
a
a
real
problem.
problem.
You know, looking back, its wing might have already been clipped. I don't think that justifies it
Right.
because it wouldn't have it flown
No,
away.
it doesn't justify murdering a little
No, it
animal.
doesn't. I mean,
No.
it didn't murder it. We pushed it down. I didn't. Hold on.
Like you did. That's
No.
that's murder, but with
I
an
guess I was
additional bout of torture.
I guess I was an
You know.
accomplice. Yeah.
One time I crashed a car swerving to miss a squirrel. Yeah.
You
It was
serious?
like a light crash. Yeah, it was a light crash.
Wait, when was this?
This was probably 2 years ago, also in Canada, and it was like just driving down the road. There's a squirrel and just swerved, and then it didn't fuck up the car. I think the rim came off or whatever of the wheel. It was okay though. But looking back, I'm proud of it because I would have killed it. Would have killed the
you
squirrel.
saved it.
Yeah, I guess I saved it.
And then you cost your parents probably like $3
billion
grand
dollars.
in
Yeah,
damages. And they
Only
were like,
cost
"Why
$1
did you
million.
do this?" And you're like, "I didn't want to hurt this squirrel."
No, it took him like it was bro. It was like the cops came to like look at the whatever, and then this was like in rural Canada again, so it was just they're sort of like hickish sort of cops, and I was like I swerved to hit the squirrel, and they were kind of like making fun of me for it, and I was like, okay, these are the police. Not gonna defend myself at all,
Totally.
And then at a certain point, I said that I was living in California.
Oh.
And they were like, "Well, there it is."
Oh,
Come
my
on,
god.
man. Come on,
and then
man.
you're like,
Come
"Yeah,
on,
you're right. I'm with them."
Yep, that's me. I was doing that. Like,
Yep.
fucking pig. Fucking pig.
Yeah. Bro, did you ever have when you were younger? Were you ever like, the cops are awesome? Like, did you have that?
I never
sort of-
had the cops are awesome. I mean, just like other than like the little bit of propaganda that I probably watched shows with cops in them, like whatever
Sure.
our version of Paw Patrol was, Rescue Rangers. What do we have?
I don't know.
I don't know. I probably had something different.
Not in Canada. Are you talking about our generation?
Our generation, yeah.
I mean, we had the
You
Wonder
watched
Pets.
Totally Spies.
No.
I love Totally Spies, dude. That was my shit.
No, totally. I mean, we had Dora.
Dora. I never really watched. It was like, useless in Canada.
Yeah. Oh, no.
No Spanish speaking people.
Yeah.
It's like where there was Ni Hao Kai Lan. You remember that?
Yeah.
watch that?
Yeah.
Did you take Mandarin?
I did.
Yeah, you told me.
My
this. Yeah,
parents had me take. Bro, I remember like my first. I went to Chinese school with all Chinese kids.
Why is that white?
Huh?
You know what I mean?
It's some because it's like your parents might.
We're like,
want you to get
oh,
ahead.
this is gonna be useful when he does business when he grows up.
Exactly.
He can speak to the Chinese.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which it is incredibly useful.
Right.
But
it is.
dude, I remember being like, I don't know, I must have been like 10, maybe younger.
Bing chilling.
And my parents drove me to the middle school, and they dropped me off, and that's where they had Chinese lessons on like the weekend.
Right.
At the public middle school. And I walked in the classroom to all Chinese kids.
Right.
Like 20 Chinese kids, Chinese teacher. I'm pretty sure they all spoke like a little.
They all spoke it already.
Already.
Right.
And I remember just being, I was the only one.
That must have been
only
really
white
hard
kid.
for you.
I have a hard
being
life.
a minority.
Wow, that's how
However
they
you-
feel.
being that's how they feel.
Exactly.
So those people
You know,
over
I think
there
I really understand because of this one experience I had. I understand them now.
Them.
I understand them.
Them. Because those people.
Because for 50 minutes,
I understand those beings.
I sat with all Chinese kids and they didn't say a word to me, so I know how minorities.
Did you get bullied in that class?
I don't remember anyone saying anything to me.
Right.
I mean, like the bullying is in like isolation, maybe.
Right. Just no one was your friend, but that's not bullying.
No. I mean, if you want to call that bullying, that's like.
Do you ever get shoved and pushed? Do you ever get that sort of bullying? I feel like I did when I was in like first grade or second grade, but I don't have specific memories of it. So I honestly feel like I might create it a little bit in my head, like.
Same.
You know.
I want to say it's happened.
I think I got into fights a little bit. In like Catholic school, like early, like
you did
first grade, second grade, yeah.
Like fist fights?
I think so, yeah. Wow. Definitely like shoving fights and like ripping shirts and shit, you know.
Really?
A little bit, yeah.
Do you remember like what it was about? Like
just
Legos?
Like being a kid, you know what I mean? Just like I'm gonna shove you because fuck you or whatever.
I remember anytime there was like a wrestling
this is the guy that I do the bit about.
Oh, which one?
Getting bullied, but.
Oh, the Harvard. He goes.
Yeah. I don't want to say his name, but
okay, sure.
Yeah. Once again, a good guy. A good guy.
I remember being in like parents' basements at like parties and stuff, and we would just wrestle for fun.
Right.
And but it wasn't like as in like you did this thing. It was just who can wrestle people best. That was what it was about.
Right. That's cool.
You know,
I do wish I had an environment to like fight in a less mean way when I was a kid, you know what I mean?
It's more
wrestling is a good one to learn, I think, for sure when you're a kid.
Well, yeah, because it's like you can go 100% and like as long as you're not like being too you won't hurt the person.
Yeah. Those ones are good.
As long as you're not like tossing them too hard and shit.
Yeah.
But I wish I got into it more because I had a really Catholic upbringing.
Right.
Whereas in like I remember the faces of my teachers at CCD, Catholic Confraternity. It's like Sunday school. I remember their faces like looking at me like.
Did you go to Catholic school?
No, never.
Right.
I almost did. But like this was like Sunday school. I remember them like looking at me being like, if someone hits you, always turn the other cheek. You never defend yourself.
The passion of Michael Palumbo.
We talk about this quite often.
Yeah.
Because now I very much the other way. But it got like really ingrained in me that like you get a teacher or you just let them hit you until they tire themselves out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Saint Bartholomew was a big thing. Like I think he got skinned for Jesus or something.
Oh. St. Lawrence as well. Well, that's the whole. Every Christian. It's just a guy who died. To become a saint, you either need to perform miracles or you need to be martyred.
Yeah,
St. Lawrence, the patron saint of comedians.
Comedians,
yeah, because he was it was very early Christianity, like I think AD 100 or something, and he was the story goes the Romans were just killing him, and they were burning him. They tied him down to like a grill and were burning him alive. Jeez. And then as he was dying, he said, "Flip me over. This side's done."
And then, that's pretty funny.
And so
I thought he was gonna say, "How about another joke, Romans?"
Yeah. What do you when you mix a mentally ill Messiah with a society with what are the Pharisees?
With
Pharisees. Yeah.
Who don't let him preach.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say another word.
Oh, okay. But so I had oftentimes I remember not fighting back just because I had that so ingrained in me.
Right.
And I feel like it's still kind of like my default. I need to break out of. I'm not very.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm too passive a lot of the time because of that. Like I have a hard time standing up for myself, defending myself.
Really.
Yeah. So like anytime there was like fighting or something, I'd be like, "Hey guys, let's."
I mean, I was definitely that kid too, generally speaking. But I guess I never got that at my. I mean, maybe it's Catholic school, because like when you're in the schoolyard, it's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Law of the jungle.
It's like in the Bible it says don't get drunk, but then we go to Catholic anything. It's like
there's wine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're going wild.
We're having fun.
It is so weird that the Bible says not to get drunk.
It says that?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
It says you can drink wine, but you can't get drunk. Which to me, it's just like a pretty dumb thing to write.
How do you mean? Okay, well, this is something we disagree about.
Well,
because you don't like the taste.
Like you can get no. But it's like that's a separate conversation. To me, it's like it's alcohol. It gets you drunk.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But then it's like you're like saying don't get drunk. it's like a recipe for disaster. You know what I mean? Like you
are
can get a
right.
little buzzed. It's like why even allow that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess because it's like even. How do you even do that without sinning first?
Catholic theology.
You have to
First episode back in a long time. Listen, boys, here's what you think about the church. Listen, fellas.
You have to sin first because if like your first drink, you'll get buzzed no matter what, if not drunk.
Right.
Because it's like you have to. Right. I mean, unless you drink it over the period of like 2 or 3 hours and you're very large, you're gonna get drunk probably.
Yeah.
So it's
you gotta get
It's like one of those sins that's like. You start off sinning, but you back it up.
Yeah.
You have to grow a tolerance to the sin.
Yeah.
The only sin, I guess.
One of those sins. I didn't have bad experiences in Catholicism. I think it's wrong.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I don't believe it.
Yeah.
But
you never.
Right. It was okay. It was like
there were fun parts. We had fun.
I didn't have fun.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't have fun.
You didn't have your boys with you?
No, it was boring. It was because it was like it was. I mean, I probably stopped going to Catholic school when I was it must have been like 9 or 10 or something. You know, and then you're just like, yeah. Why would I go out of my way to believe that stuff when I'm like 10? You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
I'm very passionate about the hypostatic union of Jesus Christ. It's theology references. This is a theology podcast.
You've dropped this word before.
Hypostatic union.
Yeah, and I feel like you wanted me to not know it.
It
now
means,
you want to have this moment where you explain it, so people.
I do that a lot. And I want people to be educated about the hypostatic union of the Son of Man, Jesus of Nazareth.
Stop staying hypostatic. It's not necessary.
Hypostatic.
All right,
I want to explain it.
congratulations.
No. I want to explain it. I could, but I won't.
Helicopters, L.A.
That's the ghetto birds. The ghetto birds. That's what they call them. You know that?
Ghetto birds?
Ghetto birds.
Helicopters?
Yeah, isn't that a fun phrase?
Yeah.
I say it as many times as I can.
The ghetto
the
birds.
Ghetto birds.
It's pretty
I remember
crazy.
that phone with the person in the helicopter flying. I was like, that's a ghetto bird. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Mind the ghetto bird.
And who was on the phone? Your mother?
Yeah, my mother.
If I said that to my mom, I think she would have a very, let's just say, racist response. Probably.
Really? Your mother's a racist?
She's not a racist.
You're gonna go on the record?
More like ignorant.
Right.
I think it would be funny.
Hate the sin, not the sinner.
My mom's, she's great. She's a nice lady.
She's a nice lady. She's a beautiful woman. She's a sinner, as we all are.
She goes to church.
She does. Does she go
no,
to
she
church?
doesn't anymore.
My mom, I think my mom goes to church, or she does she has like a Jesuit study group.
Really?
She like reads from like some Jesuit book.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She's like a Catholic, but it's one of those. She says like she's very devout, but then I remember she would always tell us growing up, doesn't matter whatever you are, atheist. It doesn't matter if you're good, you go to heaven. She would always say that.
She let you be atheist?
Yeah, she was like, whatever you are, as long as you're good, you'll go to heaven.
It's not the doctrine.
That's not the doctrine
not.
of the Catholic Church.
No.
Well, but actually, if you haven't heard about Jesus, but you're a decent person, you'll go to purgatory, I think, or you'll go to limbo. You'll go to limbo, and then you'll gradually go to heaven.
Is that different from purgatory?
Yeah. No, here's what it is. Purgatory is temporary hell that you work your way out of, I believe.
Oh.
I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure. If you're like a noble savage, more or less, like Socrates in Dante's Inferno, he goes into purgatory.
Noble savage. Is
Or no, he doesn't go to purgatory. He goes into hell, and Socrates is there, but he can work his way out, or something like that.
Interesting.
Guys, I might get some facts wrong about the Catholic doctrine right now. I'm sorry. I know this is a theology podcast.
Yeah. It's interesting. My mother is kind of similar in that, like, she would say stuff like, like if you're gay.
Oh, yeah, I think you're. Wait, swipe this. Oh, yeah, no, you're good.
She was like, she'd be like, if you're gay, you're trans, whatever you are, that's fine.
She would ask you if you were trans. How old are you?
She still does this. Every time I come home, she's like, if you're gay. I'm like, yeah, thanks, Mom. But she's still very, religious and stuff.
Right.
And she'll preach all this, but, moms are just nice.
Moms are amazing, dude. Moms are the number one thing. Moms probably are the best thing.
Yeah.
Name something better than moms.
Donuts. My bad.
Dude.
Can't even
Not
compete.
the vibe, man.
Sorry, I'm a little hungry.
Kill the vibe like that. What time is it?
I don't know.
How long are we going for? We had about an hour. Let's do like 5 more minutes and
okay,
then,
cool.
and then call.
Or you want to do bits?
Bits?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You gonna do a bit?
Yeah.
I don't have bits prepared.
No, I mean that's the
you
fun.
prepared bits?
No, I mean let's just
okay,
guy
okay.
blank. Let's think of some.
What if
we can come up with
thinking
one.
of bits?
We could come up with
But I'm
something.
on the spot though. We're on camera. It's like we have to come up with it immediately, or else our audience is
I was wearing like I'm starting to get into like hoods,
right,
like hooded sweatshirts,
right,
and stuff.
right.
So like maybe like a guy who puts, you know, those guys who like put their hoods up but they're not at all
Yeah.
like tough.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just walk around. That's me. I like to pretend to do that sometimes, just for fun. Like I'll be in the gym, like I'm so.
That has
like,
been our
moody.
bits segment.
I don't know, I'm asking you to bounce something off of this.
Yeah. Sometimes I wear hoodies too. What happens to the string when it goes missing? Do you think he ever goes on like a little string adventure? Like, oh, I'm a string. He, like, goes
his adventure is his introduction
through like a forest of like pixies and gnomes and stuff, and he's like, I'm a string. This is my bit.
And then his mission is to like find his parents, and they're just like cotton balls or something.
Yeah.
Mom, Dad, and they're like, save us.
I know you're dying. I'm watching my parents die. This is a formative memory. Oh my God. No, they're burning. They're burning.
Why do they talk like Elmo?
No, Mr. Gnome, go save him. Well, I can't save him, Stringy. This is a canon event. Spider-Man rules.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really, I hate when that happens.
No, that was my bit.
That's cool. Okay. I'm looking around the room for other stuff.
Oh, no more bits, Mike.
One more. You can do one more. I was eating almonds.
One more bit.
We got to end on a good note. I was eating almonds.
That wasn't good?
That was all right. We could do better. I was eating almonds and...
You seen these?
You seen almonds, folks?
You seen these? You heard of these folks?
Nuts.
These are almonds. What
I
the
don't know.
hell?
My roommate said this weird thing to me. He goes like, what about people that are like allergic to like nuts, like tree nuts and stuff, but they don't want to have milk? Like, what kind of milk do they drink?
They just drink milk, right?
No, but what if they don't want milk? So they can't have like almond milk or like cashew milk. So like, do they have like rice milk? But what if they don't even want? They're like, they want a substitution for substitution milk.
So what's your new milk pitch?
I just thought it was funny, you know, because he's like asking for a substitution for the substitution.
So he goes to the milk store.
I
So
guess
I'll be the milk store worker.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
And you be the guy who wants milk.
Hey, how you doing, man? I need.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. I need. I don't really want.
Actually, I'm
almond
not
milk.
good.
Oh.
I'm not cool. I've had a really rough day.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. I was, so I need some almond
Guy
milk.
in my YouTube comments.
Oh.
I made a video about fascism. And he was just being real persnickety about it. Sorry, what milk?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. I just need some. I'm allergic to.
No.
Oh.
Not okay. I shouldn't have said that I was okay. I'm trying. I'm fucking idiot.
Is there? Do you have a manager?
Fucking idiot.
Maybe that I could.
What milk do you want,
sir?
No, buy the milk. No. I own the store.
Oh, you're the manager? I'm sorry.
No. I'm the owner.
Oh.
Owner.
Okay, my bad. I just need some I'm allergic to tree nuts, and I need like a substitution because I also don't want to drink milk, but I need a substitution for almond milk. Do you have like any milks that are
Cashew
not
milk.
nut? But tree nuts I can't do.
Cashews aren't a nut. They're a fruit. They're a seed of a fruit.
Well, what I can't do, I can't drink it.
Coconut?
It is. Coconut milk? You have coconut milk?
Yeah.
I could do that. Do you have it?
Yeah, man. I have coconut milk.
Could I have some?
Yeah.
Cool, bro. Thank you. So are you? So what's up with those YouTube comments?
Wait, no. That was the bit? The bit was you're going to put up a fight until I offer you coconut milk.
Okay, fine.
No, you can't have cashew milk.
I'll rewind to
No, come on, man.
Okay, fine. I can't have coconut milk either, bro. I just
Okay,
can't.
okay,
You have any
okay.
other substitutions? Maybe I'll go to another store.
I
It's
don't want.
okay. It looks like you're going through a lot. You had a lot of
No.
self-harm going on there. Maybe I can recommend someone. These have you heard of BetterHelp? I hear they sponsor a lot of YouTube videos. It's therapy.
It's going to be a bad week.
Have you prayed the rosary today?
Don't come to the milk store tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Don't come back here.
Should I tell the other people not to come to the milk store?
Who?
Just, like my friend Dan. He likes coming
Dan?
here.
Dan Kevorkian?
Yeah, he has a mustache.
He can come.
He can?
Tell him to come.
He's like my best friend.
You should come.
He's like my best friend.
Dan?
Yeah, how do you know Dan?
I looked him up. He cut me off.
Oh.
He cut me off when we were driving.
Oh, okay.
I looked him up. He doesn't know that I know who he is, but Dan can come in.
What kind of car did he drive?
Go. All right. Is that,
All right.
is that our milk store bit?
So you're...
Is that our milk store?
Yeah.
So I'm going to come shoot up my own milk store, is I think
Your
my own milk store. And your friend Dan, so we're going to dissect that bit now. Your friend Dan is going to come, and I'm going to shoot him.
Because he cut you off in traffic.
Because he cut me off in traffic, and I Googled him afterwards.
Yeah. And I was also trying to get you to pray the rosary, which you didn't take to.
No, I didn't. No. You were Catholic.
I guess.
You're proselytizing me?
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah. Did you not catch that part?
Very loose improv.
Yeah.
Very loose improv.
Well.
We're kind of both on our own sort of wavelengths there.
That's what makes for great improv. Is when two
people don't listen.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say that's what you should do. Okay, are we calling it?
I think
we're calling it.
I think that's it.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful, sweet magic.
Cheers. Well done.